Welcome to Amber's Midnight Terrors, where fear finds you when you least expect it. Every night, I bring you a dose of terror in short, haunting stories. Tonight's story is called Repeat Pattern. Many people have felt déjà vu. What if it was a warning, trying to tell you that danger was moments away from pulling you under?
My life was the kind most people dreamed of. Every morning I woke up in my mansion, surrounded by staff, drivers, butlers, maids, stylists, and makeup artists, all at my beck and call. With a snap of my fingers, I could have anything I wanted. Reality, it was something for other people, not for me. My beauty had paved the way to my success. Flashing my award-winning smile, I watched the paparazzi scramble as my driver pulled out of the driveway. Today's agenda: shopping and a quick photo shoot. Designers practically begged for me to wear their creations. Even with an Emmy nomination on my mind, I had pulled off $1 million shot. When my driver dropped me off at the back of a boutique, my dress for the Emmys was waiting. The dress had to be perfect. No one could see it before the big night. I needed the element of surprise. Annie, the designer, may not like me, but she knew I was her ticket to fame. Why did she hate me? Honestly, it was petty. Her boyfriend wanted to sleep with me. We'd only kissed before she walked in. A shame, really. We could have worked well together. Annie glared at me as I walked in, her eyes full of contempt. If looks could kill, I would have dropped right there. I waved, smiling. I was untouchable, and she knew it. She stormed into the back room and returned with my dress. I couldn't help but smile, this time a real one. The fabric was so light, almost like air. The deep purple of the dress made my green eyes pop, and the daring slit along the side was just scandalous enough to cause a stir. Annie had outdone herself. I gave my stylist a nod, feeling victorious, and left the boutique. At home, my favorite dinner awaited, thanks to my talented chefs. After eating, I prepared for bed. A hot bath with rose petals and lavender scents soothed my body. Tomorrow was the big night, and I deserved to pamper myself. With the soft sounds of the ocean playing from my speakers, I drifted into a peaceful sleep. The next morning, dread settled over me like a dark cloud. My eyes immediately landed on the dress. And for a split second, I thought I saw blood staining the fabric. I blinked, and it was gone. Just nerves about the Emmys, I told myself. Everything will be fine. The day passed in a blur. Photo shoots, interviews, last-minute dress alterations. But that eerie feeling never left. Every time I glanced at the dress, a chill ran up my spine. By evening, I had to shake it off. I'm a star. Nothing would ruin my mood tonight. Not even Annie's ridiculous jealousy. As I was about to leave for the Emmys, a message popped up on my phone. It was from Annie. Don't wear the dress. I stared at the text, my heart pounding. Was this some kind of prank? Shaking my head, I smirked. She wouldn't sabotage me. I slipped into the dress, ignoring the growing Ani is gnawing at me. It was time to shine. The Emmys were a whirlwind of flashing cameras and shouting fans. As I walked down the red carpet, the dress suddenly felt tighter, heavier, as if it had a mind of its own. But I kept my smile, posing for the cameras. Nothing would ruin tonight. Or so I thought. Suddenly, the whispers of admiration turned into shocked gasps. People around me stared, their faces shifting from awe to horror. My stomach dropped. I looked down. Blood. The rich purple fabric was drenched, the dress clinging to my skin, dark red soaking it from the waist down. The blood trickled down my legs, thick and warm. This wasn't a trick or hallucination. It was real, and it was spreading fast. Then, I saw her, Annie, standing just a few feet away, her eyes locked on mine. A triumphant smile curved her lips. She had done this. She had somehow cursed the dress, and now in front of everyone, I was falling apart. I tried to run, but the dress tightened around me, squeezing the air from my lungs. My legs gave out, and I collapsed onto the red carpet. Cameras flashed, capturing every agonizing moment as whispers filled air. Annie's voice echoed in my mind, dripping with venom.
You thought you could take everything from me, but now you'll lose everything.
I looked down in horror. The blood wasn't just on the dress anymore, it was pouring out of me, draining my life away. This curse wasn't meant to humiliate me. It was meant to kill. The last thing I saw before everything went black was Annie's face. Her smile of satisfaction, her victory complete. I had always believed I was untouchable, that my beauty and fame made me invincible. But in the end, it was my vanity that destroyed me. Annie's name would live on, not for her fashion, but for the dark power she had unleashed. And me, I was just another casualty in her story, a victim.
Déjà vu. A strange feeling that passes quickly for most of us. But for the young celebrity in tonight's tale, it was a warning she ignored. The subtle hints, the nagging sense of dread, all leading her to a fate she couldn't escape. She believed she was untouchable, but vanity has a way of blinding us to the dangers lurking just beneath.
Thank you for joining me on Amber's Midnight Terrors. Are you brave enough to subscribe for your nightly dose of fear? If tonight's tale sent chills down your spine, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. Good night and sleep well, if you can.